everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the McFarlane DC Multiverse New 52 Reverse Flash. This is a Platinum Chase variant. So far, it's been located at Target and GameStop. If you're looking for him, good luck. Seems like a cool figure, but I don't understand why there's a Platinum if there's no regular version. Guess it's just one of those things we have to deal with now. So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, 22 moving parts, McFarlane Toys, ages 12 plus, DC Multiverse Reverse Flash, McFarlane Platinum Edition. Here's the package. Looks like we have a collector's card, display stand, and a bunch of Speed Force effects. One side of the package, Reverse Flash from the New 52. Other side, Reverse Flash. At the bottom, there's his barcode, if that helps anybody. And on the back side, here he is, throwing a bunch of Speed Force effects at you. So with no further ado, let's open him up. And did get all three of the Platinum figures in this wave. We have Manhunter, Reverse Flash, and Sportsmaster. Once again, don't fully understand why there's Platinum variants and no regular ones, but I guess that's going to be a thing moving forward. We've already seen the next couple of waves like this revealed at San Diego Comic-Con. I'm not a fan, but these do seem to be a little bit easier to get than the traditional Platinums. I want to give a huge shout out to my boy, Madman. He's one of my subscribers. He messaged me and said he found these figures and was wondering if I wanted them. And honestly, at first I told him, nah, I'm good, I'll find them myself. And after hunting pretty hard for a few days, I hit him up and said, yes, please help. So, huge shout out, Madman, much appreciated. Got these figures for me. They still haven't hit my area. I've been checking GameStop and Target with the DCPI, etc. I'm sure they will be soon, but I'm happy to have them in hand now and avoid me the pain of having to hunt down these Platinums. Thanks again. Alright, now that this figure out of the package, here he is with all of his accessories laid out. We have a display stand, a collector's card, and then 6 Speed Force effects. Before we take a look at all that, let's talk about and check out the figure. So this is a Reverse Flash, and this is not the one we're familiar with. This is not Eobard Thaw. He helped create the New 52 during the events of Flashpoint, and actually died during those events. This is the new Reverse Flash from the New 52 comics. His real name is Daniel West, and he got his Speed Force powers similar to Barry Allen through an accident, but he used them for selfish purposes, became the Reverse Flash, and his entire goal is to use Speed Force to alter his own past. When I look at him, I kind of think he looks like a devil, so let's take a look. Start with his face here. You can see why I say it looks like a devil. Black or red color scheme. The only thing he's missing is some devil horns, and he kind of has those with the lightning effects. He's got the Flash logo on his chest. This is done, I believe, with the Rebirth Flash body. Double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, a little bit of texturing on the suit there. You can see where the Speed Force effects are going to sort of plug into some of the holes on him. It's definitely a body we've seen used several times before, and it's a new Flash villain. Even though it is the Reverse Flash, again, it's not the same Reverse Flash, so I can see the two of them maybe bumping into each other through the Speed Force in the Multiverse. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt. It definitely has a sinister, evil look to it. Now let's take a look at his accessories. And one accessory he should have come with is an extra pair of hands. He has one fisted hand and one sort of semi-open hand. He really needs 2 running hands to pair up with these Speed Force effects. So let's check out the boring stuff first. Here's his display stand, typical McFarlane stand we've seen a million times before. It's thin, basic, but it gets the job done. Now for his collector's card. As you can see, it's an image of this version of the Reverse Flash, throwing all kind of Speed Force energy at you. Reverse Flash for the New 52. On the back, there is a description. If you want to read that, pause now. Now let's look at his Speed Force effects. He has a total of 6 of them. They're cast in a sort of semi-transparent red plastic. This is still in piece with articulation. Going to his back, and it's hinged both up and down. These are all the same effects that came with the Rebirth version of the Flash. They also came with that version of the Reverse Flash. They also came with the Wally West Flash that was on the same body. They're nice accessories, and they were pretty good on this base body. Here's a look at the Reverse Flash in a running pose without the Speed Force effects. And then here he is in that same running pose with the Speed Force effects attached. Now I want to go check out the differences and reuse between this new 52 Reverse Flash and the DC Rebirth Flash. So, obviously the head's completely different. As we go further down, it does look like the chest has a Flash symbol backwards, which is appropriate for the Reverse Flash. Looks to be the same body besides that. I can see the same texture on the side of the stomach, both figures. The arms, the same kind of texturing at the bottom of the bicep. Looks like the same hands, same body, same legs, same boots, same damn near everything except for the head and the logo and the paint job. And here are all the different McFarlane figures that utilize that same base body. We now have a total of 6 of them, and it works pretty good on most of them. Although Wally West and Barry Allen shouldn't look exactly the same. I can definitely sort of understand it with all the different Barry Allen variants, and even the Reverse Flash is supposed to be an exact replica of him. Wally West kind of stands out like a sore thumb a little bit. And I'm not sure how I didn't realize this, but this version of Wally West also uses the same Rebirth Flash body, giving us a total of 8 figures utilizing this base body. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at the figure and his accessories, let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing right at 7 inches tall, which can translate to just under 18 centimeters. And for his articulation, starting with his head, of course, it can rotate side to side. He can look up, not much, down pretty good. Can tilt his head from one side to the other. Shoulders on a ball joint, goes up about 90 degrees, up, down, around, all that good stuff. He's got this butterfly ring between his shoulder and chest, increasing the range of motion and covering the large gap that would be there. Bicep cut below that. Double jointed elbows. His wrist can rotate, and it's going to be hinged as well. His torso, he's got a ball joint, rotate around, forward and back. Another one on the waist, rotate around, forward and back. Between the two, pretty good range of motion in the torso area. Legs, completely to splits, McFarlane style hip joints. Rotations, minimal with there. Legs go forward, about that far. Back, not much. Double jointed knees. And the ankles, forward and back. Rotate, tilt, rock, and of course, toe articulation. Not switch to a city type setup. Here's the Reverse Flash running through the streets of Central City. Here's a close-up view of the Reverse Flash running right towards you. And here's a side view of him running through the city streets. Now let's check him out next to some other action figures, starting off with some of the McFarlane Speedsters. Here's the new 52 Reverse Flash next to the pre-new 52 Reverse Flash, and I think he's Reverse Flash again in the Rebirth comics. On the left, we have Daniel West, and on the right, Eobard Thawne. And here he is, next to the Injustice 2 version of the Reverse Flash. Then, next to the Mattel DC Multiverse Reverse Flash. Here are all the different Reverse Flash figures that I have, and they're not all the same character. And to me, that is very appealing. I could see Daniel and Eobard meet each other through the Speed Force or the Multiverse, and then making the Flash's life hell. Here he is, next to the Rival. The Rival is more or less the Reverse Flash for Jake Garrick, old school style. And here he is, next to the Flash movie Dark Flash, which played a similar role to Reverse Flash from Flashpoint Comics. McFarlane has currently done 2 different versions of the Dark Flash, one from the comics, one from the films. Here he is, next to Godspeed, who's sometimes on the side of the Flash, sometimes against the Flash. Then, next to Red Death, which is pretty much an evil Batman Flash hybrid from the Dark Multiverse. McFarlane also made 2 versions of Red Death. One, the evil version where Bruce Wayne's in control, and then one, the good version where Barry Allen retook control of his body. And here he is next to Zoom. By both DC Direct and Mattel, McFarlane really needs to make this version of Zoom. Here are all the different evil speedsters that I have. Like I said, McFarlane really needs to give us a Zoom figure, specifically with this look. There are still some more they could make, and I bet they will. Here are all of the McFarlane DC Multiverse Speedster figures. The next one to come out is going to be the Walmart exclusive Max Mercury. We have a pretty big, hefty collection at this point. Here's this version of the Reverse Flash next to Sabak. These two look like they should be working together. They both have the devil in them. And since this guy is in the newest batch of McFarlane DC Multiverse Platinum Chase variants, here's a look at all the older Platinum Chase variants in the DC Multiverse line. And here's a look at a bunch of the newer Platinum Chase variants. And there are a hell of a lot more to come. As is right now, I need 8 Platinum Chase variants that are currently out. And that is 2 of the Alfred for the 1966 line. There's a black and white version. 2 of whatever figure has a Platinum Chase variant in the DC Direct, the new Batman Adventures line. My guess is it's going to be Catwoman. 1 Sergeant Rock. 2 Manga Batman. 1 Superboy. And 1 Agent Liberty figure. Now let's check them out. Next to some other recently released McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here he is, next to the rest of this Platinum Wave. Sportsmaster, Reverse Flash, and Manhunter. And here he is, next to the second Digital Wave, Superman, Green Arrow, and the Atom. Then, next to the Entertainment Earth exclusive sketch version of the Hush Batman. And now, next to the Target exclusive Jim Gordon in his rookie suit mega figure versus Mr. Bloom 2-pack. Here he is, next to the New 52 Cyborg Superman and the DC Rebirth Tim Drake Robin. And here he is, next to the Target exclusive Metallo and Fire. Then, with the Nightfall Batman vs. Bane 2-pack. And now, with the Dark Knight trilogy, Morgan Freeman, Lucius Fox. And finally, next to the Joker and Punchline 2-pack. Now let's check him out, next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in both scale and style-wise. In case you don't know which lines you can mix him with, since he's a McFarlane toy, they're typically the 7-inch scale. I'm going to start my comparisons with some of the larger action figure lines that I collect, and work my way smaller. But first, let's check him out with some of his McFarlane Toys brothers. In front of you are 5 different action figure lines, all from McFarlane Toys, all 7-inch scale. And now, with some Jack-specific wrestling figures, and some Diamond Select toys, here's the Reverse Flash, next to a Sub Bun. And here he is, next to some DC Direct and NECA figures. Then, with both some Mattel and Jazzwares wrestling figures. And now, with some Mezco and Mattel DC figures. Next, with some Mafex and Hasbro Marvel Legends. And finally, next to some SH Figure Arts action figures. So overall, it's a cool Reverse Flash figure, but one I'm not familiar with. I'm familiar with the traditional yellow suit version. This one looks like he has some devil in him. This is from the New 52, and I don't believe he's still around in the Rebirth comics, but I could be wrong. Please drop me a line in the comments below if I am wrong. It's a cool looking figure, but to me, I feel like he shouldn't be called the Reverse Flash. I wish it had a totally different name. It was a different speedster villain. In my collection, it's not going to be the main Reverse Flash, but it's going to be another Reverse Flash to add to my Flash Rogues gallery. His accessories are pretty cool, but we see those Speed Force effects time and time again. But like I said, they're still pretty cool. His articulation is good, but it's on a body that was from the first year of McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Sculpt and paint job, pretty nice, no issues there. If I were to rate this guy, I'm going to give him a comfortable 7 out of 10. It's a good figure, a little better than good, but not great. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.